Focusing on a new generation of Vikings, Vikings Valhalla recently ended with its 8th episode. However, the series left us with many questions that the second season will answer. In Season 1, the plot following King Canute's invasion of England, the dissolution of half-brothers as well as the emergence of Uppsala's last daughter, let's have a look to how Season 1 ended, who lived and who died, and what's waiting for the main characters. So, who lived and who died? While watching the Season 1 finale in the beginning, it seems like everyone is going to die, and there's nothing left at all. The show made us all believe that Emma has lost against Ælfgifu, while Liv, Leif's girlfriend, is dead. Even though Liv was actually killed, Ælfgifu, however, was set to failure thanks to Earl Godwin. This allowed Emma to send Canute's navy to Kattegat to stop Olaf's invasion, which means Kattegat is now under Canute's rule. Along with Liv, Jarl Kåre, and other Kattegat pagans had also died by the end of the series. This is why Emma had to stop Olaf one way or another. Now, Leif at the ending of Vikings Valhalla. We all know that Liv was the only source of peace for Leif, and she was the person who kept him sane when he was scared of his own rage. After all, he's Eric the Red Sun, whose anger and terror made him leave Iceland. In the finale, we see Leif covered in blood. This was after Olaf killed Liv right in front of Leif. The two were fighting against the enemies. However, it was only Leif who lived by the end. Seeing the love of his life die in front of him ended up awakening the berserker inside of him. We see the rage take over Leif that he had been scared of all of his life in the last moments of the series. Liv dies in his arms, and he doesn't move until the battle is over. After that, a few of Olaf's men enter the room along with some women who they intend to assault. Leif asks them to leave, but he kills all of them when they don't. For Leif, it looks like a long journey is waiting in Season 2. This is because not only has he proved to be a true Viking, but he has also fallen into the very situation that he had been avoiding all his life, and that's his father's legacy. Throughout the first season, Eric the Red's actions and the reason why he was banished from Iceland are mentioned. We also witnessed Leif explaining to Liv that there was some darkness in his father, and a piece of that darkness is present in him as well. In short, he was trying to separate his image from his father. Unfortunately, his actions at the end of the season made him look exactly like his father, and it's possible that he'd regret what he has done. Next, Freydis and Harald. Why did she save him? Freydis and Leif had gone to Kattegat to find the man who raped her years ago and left the cross-like scar on her back. By the end of Season 1, she got her revenge, after which Jarl Kåre sent her to Uppsala, where she met the seer, who told her that she was the last. After getting to know about this, Jarl Kåre decided to train Freydis as one of her shield maidens. During the fight against Kattegat, she killed him after telling him that she's the cross that carries the sword. When she found Harald injured after returning to the battle, the reason why she helped Harald was because he had actually spied on his half-brother and informed Leif about their strategies. But the information that Harald had received wasn't accurate because neither Kattegat nor Olaf trusted him, as they knew that Harald wasn't on their side. Harald was rushing to Kattegat to inform everyone about what had happened, but he was injured by one of Olaf's men on his way. But Freydis turned up and saved his life. Harald proved his loyalty towards Kattegat, which made it necessary for Freydis to help him, which is why she took him with her. Now, you must be wondering where the two are headed. Kattegat and Uppsala are destroyed, so technically they don't have any place to go. However, there are two options for them: Greenland and England. Greenland is Freydis' homeland, while in England, the duo can reunite with Canute and get help from him. But then again, there's a possibility that they return to Kattegat and meet Canute's army there. What about Emma of Normandy? Emma of Normandy and Canute got married on the spot, and she did become the Queen of England alongside her husband and her stepson, Edmund. While Canute had to live in order to defend Denmark, he placed his father, Sweyn Forkbeard, as the king in his place for the time being. However, Forkbeard had other plans, and he killed the Earl of Wessex, and Godwin was appointed as the new Earl. Godwin, on the other hand, wanted to prove his loyalty towards Forkbeard as well as Canute, and he ended up killing Edmund, making it look like an accidental death. While both of these people were doing whatever they wanted, none of them had expected Queen Ælfgifu, Queen of Denmark and Canute's wife, to arrive all of a sudden. On top of that, they didn't expect Emma to demand her place as Queen of England. Ælfgifu had arrived with a plan as she told Forkbeard that she was going to lose Norway. She flaunts her power by saying that if the fleet doesn't hear from her on a specific day and time, it'll leave for Kattegat under Olaf's flag. Forkbeard couldn't see this happen because this would threaten the whole north if Norway went under Olaf's control. This was when Emma and Forkbeard came up with a great plan which would do good for everyone. The plan was to get rid of Ælfgifu, as Emma could do that as a Queen of England. With Ælfgifu gone, Forkbeard would gain command over the Danish fleet again. What about Godwin? How was he part of this plan? Godwin had a history with Ælfgifu, which helped him ensure that he was on her side. With Godwin making the queen believe in him, Emma would return to Normandy because Forkbeard didn't approve of her marriage to the king as legitimate. This was to show Ælfgifu that Emma was no longer the Queen of England. As a part of the plan, Godwin had to ask Forkbeard to make Ælfgifu an ally in order to govern England, while Ælfgifu was to travel to Mercia in order to get backup. With Ælfgifu gone, Forkbeard had the time to find the fleet while Emma was back on the throne as the Queen of England. With this plan, Emma of Normandy became the one with power, while Ælfgifu had nothing left to rule anymore. How does the ending ending of Season 1 set Season 2's plot. Season 1 is just the beginning of every character's story, as there are a lot more to tell and explore in the upcoming seasons. Leif has now turned into a Viking. However, the darker side of him may even lead him into becoming a berserker like his father. Freydis, on the other hand, now knows her destiny as the last. It's possible that considering her situation as the last shield maiden of Kattegat, she might go on to train more and more shield maidens. For Harald, his deal with Canute to be placed as the king of Normandy still stands, while the bitterness between Harald and Olaf has just begun. Canute has his own problems to deal with as he has to face the consequences of Ælfgifu's presence in England. At the same time, Emma, the Queen of England, will work on strategies for her country, and she might also become Denmark's queen. And if we talk about Olaf, he knows that defeat is near because the Danish fleet is now under Forkbeard's command. We're yet to see what the future holds for all these characters, but Season 1's ending has set kind of a map for Season 2, and many things that were not understandable earlier are now very clear. Was Season 1's ending really that good? Even though that many people have complained about the show not being completely historically accurate, the ending has definitely created an interesting yet dramatic story for the upcoming season. None of the characters in the show was shown as a full hero. Instead, everyone had their demons to fight. Not just that, the ending also showed that each of the characters in the series could change drastically. For example, look at Freydis, who has now emerged as maybe the strongest woman alive. Leif has fallen into the darkness. Harald has proved his loyalty. Canute has his own plans, while Olaf is now bound to be punished for his crimes and betrayal. The change of character as well as of fate is pretty evident throughout the ending, and we should expect this to keep on going in the upcoming seasons as well. We hope that this video would have explained Season 1's ending thoroughly. However, if you have something to share with us about the first season, please don't hesitate and share it in the comments below. Also, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel so we can bring more amazing content to you. Till next time, goodbye.